Good morning, strangers. Welcome in, everyone. We are playing Ark Memory of Barbelo today, which is a Fabula Ultima campaign. I am completely out of it. Sunday morning, I'm glad to see you've had breakfast. I'm off kilter. I'm done. I'm cooked. That's me today. How's everyone else here? Y'all doing okay?
I'm doing great. We're playing Fab U. Couldn't be better.
Absolute nerds.
Yeah, we out here.
We out here playing video games. But okay, do you guys remember what happened last time?
Oh, we finally got back home. We've been away for a long time.
Peleus became homies with a whale
Right.
Yes!
that I had to resist trying to name Whalesiac for an entire session.
Tried to call him Willy for a bit as well.
Trust me, that's better than Whalesiac. Okay, you don't want to be making South Park references like that. We don't need to go down that road.
We don't need South Park in this stream.
Yeah.
We got everybody to evacuate from the facility where Fiona tried to destroy the world accidentally without knowing what he was
Done a
doing.
bit of a business.
We went and we collected a whale. We called it Keiko, after the actor whale that played Willy in Free Willy. And on his way back, we got attacked by pirates, which didn't work out.
Just
too well for them.
annihilated.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
Just completely deleted them. They roll up, it's like, hey, we're dead.
We saw the villain grab hold of Emir, who we met like a few sessions back, and
Yes.
Emir does not look to be in the best state. And then Gawain, the absolute traitor when we got back home, told on me to my mum.
I forgot about that.
Peleus will never forget.
Well, Peleus will hopefully be nicer.
Can only hope.
Yeah, maybe don't be disrespectful to people's mothers as much.
It's true. I let you verbally abuse me. I only told her about the things you said about my mom. And she's like, I love Gawain's mom. What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here.
Just because my mum's a sensible, smart person doesn't mean that I am.
Right.
As has been demonstrated repeatedly.
We're trying to beat it into you.
Are you also, or Flink found out a pertinent piece of information about Lord Stavros, the person who was in charge of the whole thing. Now, the party doesn't know that information collectively, but Flink does. And what Flink chooses to do with that information is up to Flink. However, you were asked by Lady Lynette to take a couple days while she gathered some information, found out what was going on, and basically essentially did what she could do without any risk. So you guys as a party have a couple days free to explore Telgard, do whatever you need to do, and maybe, inform some people of some stuff.
Yeah,
you are technically employed by some people.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, it's true.
It's housekeeping time.
Yeah, so I think the main thing is, I guess Flink and I need to go to Minerva's sponsor and, brief them on what, I guess, be debriefed maybe is a better way of saying it.
Yes, that'll be appropriate.
Man, it's been so long since we've been in Telgard.
I love this picture.
We also need to, do our own, corporate entity things. We need to restock and,
Yeah. Also, you can also make the assumption that you can make a rest when you're residing at Lady Lynette's place without costs associated with that. So if you need to rest for HP and MP purposes, that is available.
I guess so.
Nice.
So we should resolve you going and debriefing, because that's the one thing that's most likely to get you paid, which I think you guys are quite interested in.
Yeah.
I'm poor.
So you go to your previous contact, which was actually, if you remember way back when you were getting the arc coils for the airship, that you went to a place and essentially said, hey, we need this thing. The same guy. Or same office, I should say. It's not complicated to get a meeting with them once you give a basic description and say, hey, got a whole bunch of stuff to report on, so on and so forth. and you get issued a meeting with an aide who is more than willing to start taking notes and taking in reports and information that you might have. It seems that the essentially receptionist person of this place basically went, oh, you've got reports to make. I'll hand you over to someone to write up those reports and get them like officially documented.
Yeah. But they have some officer or like handler or whatever kind of guy.
Exactly. And so you're guided into this room with a gentleman with large amounts of documentation, a desk, a number of reasonably comfortable seats, and they will invite you in and invite you to sit down. And will ask, so tell me of your reports. You said you had important information to convey.
Top of the rundown. Let's Kuwei dead. I'm gonna high five Silex.
Yeah, we big time killed him.
There is a slight raise of the eyebrows as they will take out another sheaf of paper, and it looks like it's nicer paper than the one he was going to originally write on, and start writing down things. You can, of course, evidence this.
Do we have evidence, right?
He brought his corpse back.
The majority of his corpse.
Yeah, I just didn't remember what we brought. Is it so? It's just like in our cargo hold.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Silas is doing stuff.
He's dissecting it.
Yeah.
So yeah, body's in our cargo hold. You guys know where the dock is. I'll give him like the address, like of like our current slip or whatever.
He will hand a document over to you and say, "Please write down a transfer of property document for the body of Dr. Kuwei, if you would."
Okay, yeah, sure.
Let me think for a second. Did I memorize those marks inside of Dr. Kuwei?
Between you and Silas, you've created a complete documentation of it. From this guy's perspective, he's basically saying, hey, you've got proof of a corpse. I'm going to need to have someone pick that up at some point. Can you write me a document that I can hand to them so that they can go do that?
Yeah.
Totally. No, I was just worried that we are not done.
Checking with Flink, you know?
I'll sign it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have Flink start writing that up.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to talk. He's shy.
I mean, I'm also good looking, that's why.
I know. That's why you wear that mask, to hide your good looks.
Yeah, otherwise everybody would be just all over me all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to be, inscrutable when, that's not the inconspicuous.
Thank you.
When you're
finally somebody gets it.
When you're a head turner like Flink.
I assume you go through and you describe the exact nature of how you chase him down and...
Yeah, we're telling them, like...
broad strokes of it.
And definitely, giving them the location. I believe we were going to provide a lot of the, coordinate, I guess, information to them, about, not just that, but, the wreck and, other stuff.
Yes, so you already sent the letter, which is what I was getting at. As you go through this discussion, the aide will, for the brow moment, go over to another document, flick through it a moment, and be like, oh, yes, I have here that you had a supposed wreck of Dr. Kuwei's vessel. Is this the same wreck?
Yep.
Okay. I have here that salvagers were sent to reclaim it. We haven't heard a report yet back, but that is to be expected. They seem very matter of fact and just kind of confirming information as they go through stuff, right?
Yep.
That's great.
But after, communicating all this information, predominantly about Dr. Kuwei, they will say, I understand that you are under a fairly open contract with Minerva Tass.
Yeah. She's the executive buyer, if you will.
The person will nod and then take open another document that seems to be about, some kind of funding ledger. Possibly some amount of standard payouts or similar, and starts flicking through it. And we'll glance at some just glancing across documentations, running their finger down a list and be like, okay, it looks like yes. Extreme potential harm. Didn't bring them in alive, however.
Oh, you don't want him alive.
Significant information recovered.
How do you bring in a brain?
Yeah.
Keep it in a jar.
If you inquire to that, the person will shrug and say, I understand that the circumstances of retrieval of bounties can be challenging. It's not a judgment. It's just I have to work to what I've got.
Sure.
And my understanding is you intend to continue employment under Minerva Tass to resolve ongoing potential hostilities?
Yes, we plan to. We kind of need to meet up with her again.
Yeah, I think we need to meet her.
I understand. She's been out of contact for some time.
No one's heard from her.
Are we worried about that?
It's not entirely unusual given the distance of communication. However, it is starting to become somewhat concerning.
I don't like that.
We have a business in town for a few days, but if we still haven't heard from her by then, it might be time to send someone after her.
That's certainly possible. You have your own vessel currently.
Yes.
He will make a note on another document and then say, okay, well, we can't give you any orders, obviously, but depending on circumstances, we may be able to offer some kind of bounty for information. I'll get back to you in a few days. I'll snap up some other documentation and then say, okay, the calculations suggest that you should be paid. He'll check his piece of paper and let me do some maths myself.
Drumroll chat. This is the moment of truth.
I like the way that we've set this up where, in theory, we could just keep cucking Peleus out of getting paid.
I mean, you could. You could.
This time, I will say something. Because I won't be able to buy any more inventory points at this rate.
We need to have a group chat about Peleus buying in.
After a few moments of writing a few things down, he'll be like, should be 6,500 Zenit, and I can provide that for you immediately, if there's no disagreements.
Are you sure there isn't a zero missing there?
Wait, is that each? Or
no,
in total?
it's to the contract holder, which would be the corporate entity of... He will gesture to the three people that are named on the corporate entity. How you distribute that is, up to you guys.
Up to us. All right. Sounds good to me.
You guys. Peleus has just worked out for the first time that he is not going to get any money on this. And he's incredibly poor, and his mum's not paying him anything. He's like, how am I supposed to do this? I'm just realizing that money is something that's essential to live and stuff.
It's working, guys.
This is an important day.
I will say this. Peleus did help us do this. So, you
give
get
him 100
cut
here. So the...
Peleus gets the cut this time, for sure.
The gentleman managing this will, decidedly ignore money discussions.
I will take 100 Zenit. If that's what you're willing to give me, that's what I will take.
I was willing to give you way more than that.
But just buy me a fancy jacket.
That sounds like a deal.
All right.
And 100 Zenit, and then I will keep my mouth shut.
I think we are going to take the offer. I don't want to try to steal from the military guys.
Oh, yeah, we were obviously taking that deal. I thought we were now arguing about how to split it up.
In front of the guy.
The 6,500 is given to Gawain along with a document announcing its provenance and a very broad breakdown of how the figure was arrived at, essentially.
Perfect. You said that this was the guy we talked to get the ship initially.
This was the office that you talked to
office where we got it.
Getting the the coils for the previous ship, not the entire ship. You remember when you dragged them all the way down the thing?
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if we could do the 2-for-1 and buy the upgrade for the ship here. And
no, this guy isn't the kind of guy who's going to sell you upgrades.
That's okay. I think we've done. Is this a place where we would want to mention the unsanctioned arc siphon project, or are we keeping that under wraps until we hear back from Lynette?
I think it's fine to tell him as long as we don't mention Lord Stavros.
Nah, let's keep that under wraps.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm here for keeping it secret if we...
Yeah. We need to let that play out.
Draw attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for now, you're not circulating that information, which is reasonable.
It'll still be a while until the engineers arrive.
I'll be back tomorrow. You know me, I'll check in every day.
Of course.
Is that a threat, Gawain?
No.
No, that's not a threat, it's a promise.
Not even in like the cool way.
Yeah, it's just like a polite promise, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my schedule. The person in the office simply says that if he has anything for you, it'll be with the receptionist.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right. So I'm gonna since I'm the one with the money, I'm gonna give 200 to Peleus, 2,000 to Flink, 2,000 to Silex. I'm gonna keep 2,000, and I'm gonna walk 300 over to Barbara.
Wait, I got 200.
You said you wanted 100.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised. You've been very generous. All right, brilliant.
I'm gonna go pay your cousin 50%.
As long as you promise not to wander off and just start buying things.
I will not start wandering off and buying things.
So anyway, now that we've done that, I'm just gonna buy whatever. We're gonna end up buying something for Peleus anyway. We all know how this is going.
Do we want to group shop or do we want to split up and just handle this faster?
Let's do it as a group. I don't care.
Just be sure that when you pay Barbara, that you tell her how much more she's getting than me.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. And then tell her I was upset about it and I complained.
You got it.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking, Peleus.
Yeah.
Use that part of your brain more.
I think regularly. Just I think differently.
What? I'm just telling you. Do that more. That was constructive. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Y'all want us to go do some shopping? I don't know what everyone's shopping. I know what some of you are shopping for.
Yes. It's time to be
Why
with
so
the plans.
creepy? Every time.
Look, Flink and money is just a thing. We don't get between him and it, and it's weird. We don't ask questions.
Yeah, pretty much.
One day you'll get it.
First thing we need to do is upgrade the ship and then see how much disposable income we have after that point.
Okay. So I remember, wanted to build up a inventory point reserve, and I believe I had that listed at 1,000 Zenith for the upgrade.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is going to be pretty casually able to get, as you essentially just need like one, a carpenter to create something to efficiently store all that stuff, and two, somebody who actually knows a little bit about stocking these kind of things to make sure you're stocked up on all the like baseline ingredients for the things you might need, which neither of those is difficult to find in Telgard. And as such, you can just spend 1,000 and add a IP reserve of 6, I'm going to say, to the airship.
All right, let's do that.
Be a free person. Okay, so I can drop 800 pretty comfortably. Give you guys more room to work with.
Why don't we just think about it as 6,000 right now? We spend 1,000, right? Does that make sense? Like
sure.
We give 500 to Peleus and Barbara.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So now then we have 6,000 Zenith. So we use the first 1,000 for this. We were talking about a lot of other things, but I think one thing that we all agreed on was gear for Peleus, which is another 2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If that thing is ready to go, then that would be 2.
So that leaves us with 3,000. I don't need anything. Like, I have stuff I want, but honestly, we can punt it. It's not a big deal.
I need stuff. I know exactly what I want.
All right, Flink, you're up next.
If we're just reinvesting all of this back into the company, essentially, I'm happy to walk away with nothing for me.
The company, yes, of course.
Hey.
Hey, our things are part of the company at this point.
We are 3 of the 4 most important assets. So big shouts to Barbara, Silas, and
yeah, they're collected as a single asset, the crew.
Yeah.
But okay, in that case, I guess Flink is going shopping?
Yes, let me start.
Flink's going shopping for Flink and for Peleus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did promise Peleus a jacket.
Am I going shopping with Flink?
Well, let's go shopping. We're going to go into the dark corners of Telgard where you never were before.
All right, I've never seen these areas.
I actually haven't seen them as well, so let's
Handy. We can get equally lost.
Yeah, we can get lost together. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, are y'all? Yeah. Oh, did we lose you?
I've always been told to get lost.
All right. Well, Gawain and Silex, what do we want to do? You want to go eat?
Sure.
Let's just go
wait for them
somewhere.
to come back.
Yeah, let's just go sit somewhere and eat.
You can, with ease, find somewhere decent to eat in Telgard. The food is, at least the readily available food, is of more simple fare, but quite delicious. Predominantly like meat and carbohydrates, a lot of wheat or grain-based products in the carbohydrate.
And if I didn't ship Gawain and Minerva so much, I would have been drawing this as a lady in a tramp style date.
No, this is 2 dudes like they're sitting on the patio and just kind of like eating appetizers and like hanging out while they wait for their wives.
You know what? Flatbreads plus stuff that you put in them. That's like the classic bar food. You just get like a stack of flatbreads and then just like an array of things that go into them.
Got some naan and hummus?
Yeah, exactly. Naan and hummus, but it's like strips of meat and whatnot. Like it's all just flatbread.
We're charcuterie boarding.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly.
We're just 2 guys, and we're having a good time while our wives go shopping for clothes.
I'm just so tired.
Let's get some jackets. And we're like,
it puts that comment I saw on the last video into context.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Wow. Except I think that somehow in this pairing, Gawain and Flink somehow.
Whose wife am I?
Yeah,
anyway,
Peleus and Flink are
anyway. Okay, so Flink, Peleus, what is your methodology? What are your interactions? How are you attempting to gain what you're looking for?
Well, I would start going to the marketplace square.
Okay, excellent. You go to like the biggest marketplace in Telgard. There are people selling everything.
And then we're going off the beaten streets, and we are looking for more suspicious shops.
And I'm trying to look like I don't be a posh person walking around the back end of street alleys.
So, Telgard looking Peleus looking incredibly suspicious on account of being a noble in incredibly expensive noble attire with an incredibly expensive noble equipment at the same time as trying to not look like they're incredibly wealthy and noble, which, because they've spent almost no time actually observing the ignoble persons of the world, is the equivalent of somebody just being really out of sorts and acting how they think a caricature of poor people acts, and is perhaps attempting to scurry almost rat-like between the alleys.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I am somewhat well known for like how closely related I am to certain people.
Yes, you are also very obviously a Fenrir, which is already quite an important aspect and gets you a fairly
I'm the only one in Telgard.
deferable attitude from people regardless, just because even if you are a bit weird, they'd rather not annoy you.
So are people avoiding us on the street?
There is a distinct vibe of people just trying to be like, I don't want whatever attention they've got on them. We're just gonna leave them to it.
Oh no, he's back.
Oh no, he's back. Exactly.
Peleus, do you see that? It's a sign of respect. They recognize me.
Oh, is this how well known you are on the streets?
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I'm rumored in these parts of the city. Quite a reputation.
You have such a reputation. For a moment, I just thought they were being a bit bashful about how beautiful I am, but I suppose it could be you. That makes sense too. You definitely have a reputation.
You have to trust me about this one.
Yeah, because if they weren't paying attention to me, I might have suggested using that against them.
I mean, if they were paying attention to you, they would approach you probably because you are so beautiful. That is why I'm hiding my face.
Ah, right. Yeah, I haven't seen you without your mask on.
Yeah, it's for the better. You would fall for me immediately.
I only fall for the ladies of the female variety, but we'll see.
See, you're saying that because you haven't seen me.
Yeah, we'll find a wife for both of us.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go to that shop.
Yeah.
Peleus just like, we should share a wife.
Yeah. Is that
it's more efficient.
Yeah. And if he does transpire to be a girl underneath that mask, then we're going to have many babies. Well, he's going to have many babies. I can't have the babies.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just letting Flink know again.
We're not here. We are having snacks elsewhere.
Yeah, but what we can do is every time Peleus makes us groan, it would have made us groan, we have to drink.
You don't want to die here.
I'm just saying, you know.
You're just gonna die.
Gawain and Silex, you know, toasty, that's fine.
At least you don't get a Fabula point, because that would just be cheating.
Nah, I feel like you could.
Anyway.
I should get Fabula points whenever Peleus shows up on screen at this point.
He is truly your personal villain.
Yeah.
Okay, so Flink, seeing as you're probably the one who has slightly more experience in purchasing stuff without pissing everybody off, how are you specifically trying to, get what you're after?
I would like to roll some dice and look for a shop because I don't think I'm familiar with these parts, but there should be. Every city has a shop like that. A city big enough, at least. Like
yes,
you get more.
Potentially. The kind of rougher type of shop that buys and sells a lot of stuff and doesn't let you ask where it comes from.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think would be some appropriate dice rolls for that?
Probably just insight.
Insight plus insight is fine by me.
Straight up 8.
An 8 is fine. It's not the best check. Do you intend to modify that at all, or are you content with that?
I'm going to be content with that and see where we are landing first.
Okay, so an 8 will have you walk around the kind of darker areas of the place until you see like a dingier, dark shop, one just in the shadows. And the only thing that you can really tell about the place is the fact that the sign says "for sale" on it. It doesn't even seem to have like a proper title or shop name or anything.
That does sound intriguing. So I would go there and knock carefully.
So you knock carefully, being somewhat weird to have that to knock to gain access to a shop, but it seems appropriate in this instance because you hear the ka-chunk click of a lock being unhooked and unlatched before opening it slightly ajar, and a person looks out and says, "Yes, what do you want?"
I'm looking for specific wares.
You can see their eyes dart around the place, looking between the two of you. They glance up at where the sign says "for sale," and then glance back at you, and then go, "Okay, come in." They will open the door rapidly and try and usher you in quickly before shutting it quickly behind you and locking it.
Oh, yes. I should have maybe told you. Stay quiet, please.
Okay. Just gonna tiptoe through the shop.
As you enter what you presume to be a shop, you notice that the vast majority of the wares they seem like half packed away on shelves and such, as though perhaps the goods are in the middle of moving or possibly being searched or something. You're not sure of the specifics.
I should also probably don't bother this supposedly shopkeeper about what's going on here and just inquire. I'm looking for something to put on that would make me be less detectable in dark places.
Huh.
Kind of armor or clothes?
They will glance around the shop and then start searching boxes. It seems strange in that as they are searching through these boxes, they don't seem to have a clear idea of what they're actually picking out. They will go from box to box, pick something up, open it, look inside, occasionally look slightly confused before closing it, going to another box. But eventually, after slightly too long an amount of time, they will pull something out of a box and then hand it to you and say, "This should work." It is a collection of fabrics that you think at some point may be arrangeable into clothes of some description. They hand it to you in a flomping pile. It is overall a dark grayish color, and it seems a bit ratty in the corners.
Okay. I would like to inspect them closely before calling it anything.
It looks
Excellent.
like a cloak of ill perception.
In what way are you inspecting it?
I guess I'll unfold the cloth and inspect it whether it could be actually arranged as something to wear and of its actual properties.
So as you unfurl it, it seems that there are three components to this. There is what you describe as a vest, and then two separate arm coverings that seem to be strapped from the shoulder to the underarm. And it looks like one would go on each shoulder.
That does seem like clothes, initially. Is there any way that I could make sure that he's not trying to scam me? Because that's a common thing that happens in these shops.
It's true, it's true. You could probably roll insight plus willpower if you want to just roll a check, because I feel like you want to get insight into them, but also you want the mental fortitudes to actually remain suspicious and not just be deceived by whatever their expressions might deliver to you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Are you retaining that fumble?
Can I re-roll that?
I'm gonna say yes for now, but like also I don't remember, so
okay, sure. I didn't want to re-roll anything until later, but this seems like kind of important.
It would be really funny if you kept it though.
But what if it's bad? I'm afraid.
Well, look, do you think that I, the GM, would scream? Don't answer that question. Never mind.
Okay, no, I don't actually think that this thing is not legit. So, okay, let's keep it.
Okay. So, definitely.
We get a Fabula point.
You do get a Fabula point.
Okay, I'll definitely take that. It's fine if it's bad.
You believe wholeheartedly that this is an honest proprietor of this shop that has poor organization facilities. You don't know why the organization facilities are so bad, but it's possible that this is just an additional security measure. After all, if they don't know where anything is, someone trying to steal something won't know where anything is either, right?
This makes absolute sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to nervously glance over to the shopkeeper and be like, how much for it?
They're going to furrow their eyes, look at Peleus, look back at the clothes, and then say, it's 650.
I'm just going to turn around and say, I'm not paying. So
yeah, that guy is broke. Don't look at him.
I may look wealthy and such stylish, but I do not have access to the monies.
Actually hate to disappoint you in that scenario, but looks is all he's got.
It's true.
Well, it's not my problem. It's 650 or get out.
All right. There's a second thing I'm looking for. Maybe we can come up with a deal if you can provide.
They look like somewhat frustrated at the fact that they're having to communicate with you a second time. They seem to try and be urgent to get you to leave the store.
Well, second thing I'm looking for is an eye patch with a scope built in. Like this fantastic thing. Isn't it nice? But it's lacking a scope. I thought about it so long. I need something to enhance my skills in battle, and it's just brilliant. If I have a scope, I can see everything around me. I'm going to aim at the enemy and I'm going to hit every time. You have no idea how frustrated I was recently by not hitting a single thing.
They start backing away from you. And as they do so, their hand, like they do that thing where they start like searching behind them with their hand, right? And a skull with an eye patch strapped to it gets tumbled off to the floor. They will glance it and then immediately pick it up and then just hold it towards you in slight shock and discomfort.
Oh, this is perfect. Let me look at it.
So as you immediately examine it, it seems to be a perfectly ordinary eye patch. You try it on?
I'll try it on. On the other, my eye that is not currently covered by my
cool.
normal eye patch, so I'm covering both eyes now.
You try it on and it's not an eye patch.
Oh.
It doesn't occlude your vision whatsoever.
But from the outside perspective, they can't see my eye?
But from the outside perspective, it seems to be like an eye patch.
I want to run around like this, yes. Hey, Peleus, how do I look?
The same as usual.
Great. How much for this? With the other stuff combined, the clothes, you know.
2,000. They blurt out with very little thought.
Gonna look intently into his eyes. Are you sure about that?
1,600.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take that.
Okay. They'll hold out their hand for the money.
Oh, I'll pay them the 1,600.
Excellent. They will take the money and then say, okay, now you can go.
It was nice making business with you. See you again. Have a good day.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
They unlock the door for you, then lock the door back behind you.
Did you see that, Peleus? I was ready to pay more than 2,000. I thought it was worth even more than that.
I thought we were both going to kill him for a minute because it's not like we would have reported it to anybody. He was clearly stealing all of that stuff and getting ready to move it straight on.
Yeah, he's totally stealing that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not him personally, but
maybe killing people is not a good idea. Having underground connections, I think, might be good for us.
Yeah. I'm so happy you understand my viewpoint.
I'm amazed that Peleus has intuited the exact fact of the situation in that he didn't own that store. How do you manage to get that?
It was just how quick he was trying to do everything and the fact that he didn't seem to know what he was looking at.
Nice. Well, I'm glad I managed to communicate that in his actions. Also, Flink, if you check your inventory,
it's already there.
I've added the items to your inventory.
I'm gonna post it to chat. Oh, I mean, in the thing. Look at that. I'm wearing double eye patch now, just so that everybody is aware. Flink is wearing 2 eye patches now.
Is it crisscross, or are you just wearing 2 eye patches on the same eye, but like...
No, on both eyes.
Okay.
And you will never know which one I can actually see through.
Okay.
Because he switches them whenever he turns around.
He's so sneaky.
And that's why we have this now. It is actually Ninja Gap. Nice. This thing increases my hiding and sneaking checks. Wonderful. I'm happy. I'm so content. But I made a deal with Peleas, and we're going to buy Peleas now a nice jacket, so we're going back to the nicer part of the city.
Okay, nice. Off to the nice part of the city
you don't have to crawl on the ground anymore.
You travel to the nice part of the city where Peleas is somewhat more well known, as some of the shopkeepers, upon seeing Fenrir walking around the place, will walk out and be like, Peleas, would you like to come in? We have some we have a new line of clothes for the winter coming in shortly, and we have no doubt that you'd thoroughly enjoy them, and I assume I can charge to your mother's account?
Alas, the answer is no.
But
you gotta look for something that magically enhances your spirit.
Another time, Winston. I will be back to your store. You know how much I love your clothes.
If you're looking for something to magically enhance yourself, I'm certain we could find something. Is it for, bedroom activities?
Not in this particular venture. I will be taking place mostly outside.
Bedroom activities? What are you talking about?
I'm assuming he's talking about, like enhancing the quality for indoor fights, whereas I'm more thinking outdoor fights.
Oh, I thought the quality of sleep. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't even think about sleep. Yeah. I don't want to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know what other activities you do in the bedroom.
What are you guys talking about?
Apparently they're the kind that we do with Dr. Carway.
Those things never happened in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it would be outside. Wait, you have clothes that can enhance bedroom activities?
No, we should probably move on and find actual, Fenrir clothes. That's what you need. Fenrir summoner clothes. That's what we're looking for.
All right. I will follow this person. I'll be back to your store in the winter, Winston.
All right, so we're searching for items that Peleas could purchase. Peleas, how are we doing this? You went to the nicer part of town. Flink is escorting you. People are trying to sell you things, and everyone's trying to sell you stuff on your mother's account.
Yes. I feel like it might be for the best for us to go into the magic enhancement section of town.
Okay, the magic it's a fairly seedy area of town.
Yes, but it's not the seediest.
Not the seediest, no, but it's, there's a lot of rough people there looking to be enhanced magically.
Yeah, there are. But they won't be trying to charge to my mother's account all the time.
No, they're very much a cash-in-hand type of business. Okay, so Flink initially directs you to the nice part of town, and you're like, we should not be here.
Yeah, if I'm not allowed to use my mother's account, then we shouldn't be using mother's account prices places.
Exactly. So instead, you go somewhere I imagine, actually, the Dancing General would have taken you once upon a time. Not deliberately, in one of the cases where they were running some other errand, perhaps when you were younger, and takes you into what is known to be the kind of place to buy the tools and equipment required for protecting yourself.
Uncle Tiberius took me here once.
It's much nicer than where Flink was trying to drag you around. Almost all the shops are open for a start.
Yeah.
This is an interesting place. I could get some extra cash here.
Oh,
you could get some cash here?
Oh, if you are, resourceful boy.
Okay, you be resourceful while I speak to the shopkeeper.
Oh,
no. No, I'm going with you.
Okay.
He remembered his chaperoning duty.
Wayne's like, I felt a disturbance in the force.
Oh no, they're leaving him alone.
I have to bring you anyway. You've got the money.
Silex, I'm not sure what's happening, but I know it's bad.
So as you walk into
Just don't think about it, Wayne. It's fine.
As you walk into a nearby shop, you come across a thick-built woman with crossed arms who looks at you walking in and goes, "Afternoon. What can I do you for?"
I am after a vest of protection. Something that could protect me from magical damages.
Right, you are.
I am paper thin, as you can see.
And what kind of budget are you looking at?
Flink. Sorry.
Let me recount this. I spent 1.6.
Money boy.
We spent 1K on the inventory, so we got like 2K left. If I take the rest for myself, yeah, we should be good on 2K.
Yeah. That's how much money we have.
Wow, okay, I guess that lines up perfectly.
Almost like I looked it up.
And they will essentially, with a single directed hand wave, like in fact, you know what? No, they don't even uncross their arms. They just like look over to one of the shelves and nod in that direction and say, check that out. See if that's to your liking.
And I'm gonna go over, try it on a bit, move around in it. Without actually throwing magical damage on it, I can't actually see for certain, but yeah.
It is fairly light attire that is wrapped and marked with a thin silver thread throughout the fabric. And as you interact with it, as you feel that there is a certain amount of ease and resolution that your mind comes to as you handle it. As if thinking in the context of it is easier when it comes to magic. Almost magically conductive, perhaps. Would be a way to describe it.
It feels magical. Not that I would really understand what that means. I don't use much magic.
Well, you've interacted a lot with magic with regards to spiritualism.
Yeah. I don't see that as the same thing as being magic.
In that case, allow me to rephrase myself. It feels like it is conductive to the energies that spirits interact with.
Okay. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's good. It looks good. It feels nice. Just one thing, Peleas. How muscular are you?
I don't quite have a 6-pack. I've almost got a 2-pack going on. It's in practice. It's in gear. It's in training.
We can have it tailored for you.
Oh, brilliant. I'm not super muscular. I'm more just tall.
No, I'm envisioning a deep V cut. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. It may have to go under the clothes.
What if you got him a new vest, like for the one, instead of the one he has? It was stylish and classy.
Stylish, classy? No. He needs to look hip and fresh. We need to make a new Peleas. We need to reinvent his image.
Oh, okay. We're gonna make the artist do some work.
No, not really.
Yeah, if I was more muscular, I would have suggested a lilac mesh tank top, but that's not a thing.
Okay, at this point, just put him in like skinny jeans and like a
we can wear it underneath the clothes.
If it's what you want, I'll try.
No, I don't actually care.
Yeah, it's a vest. It goes on underneath it.
You guys ever seen a dog wear skinny jeans?
I mean, Peleas could pull it off.
Did you just buy it then?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
I'm not gonna
This
haggle.
is a genuine shop. I'm not going to second guess this.
Yeah.
Excellent. It costs exactly what you budgeted as.
2K.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take that out. So we are now down 4.6. Leaves us at 1.9.
Peleus, do you get it tailored by the person?
Yes, it's going underneath my clothes anyway, so it's...
They essentially spend all of about 5 minutes taking your measurements and then put a run of stitching into it that is pragmatic and effective, but not the most attractive stitching. They essentially like take it in at the side somewhat and bring the armhole in a little bit to make it fit better.
Yes.
But they leave the excess there in case you want to have it tailored more properly somewhere else. But they very much treat it like a pragmatic garment, not one that needs to be... The idea is that you might sell that one day, and the other person would probably like having the excess fabric to allow it to fit them, rather than simply making it smaller.
For me, it's not about the fashion. I'm wearing it underneath the fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about the magical protection. And if I needed something that desperately fashionable, I would have been budgeted by my mother. Who has not seen fit to budget me anything.
Thought it needed to be also fashionable. That was my mistake. I had the wrong assumption there.
Yeah, nah, don't worry about it. I'm getting used to the fact that hanging out with you guys, that fashion isn't important.
You just say that.
Bro.
You're wearing 2 eye patches.
The cutting remark.
Okay, he is wearing 2 eye patches, but I have a very cool jacket that I wear over my school uniform. Thank you. It's anime as fuck.
It is.
Hey, we're not there. We're not there.
You're right.
But
you're right. But I can't take the slander anymore.
Anyway.
If it wasn't for your uniform, that would not be fashionable. And Silex just looks like a model in everything.
No, it's true. He doesn't even need clothes, you know?
Yeah.
Just don't fit into anything. Never bothered.
Silex is fashion.
You have made your purchases and you've managed to not get scammed, which honestly, I was kind of expecting you to get scammed. Kind of surprised you didn't end up getting scammed at all.
Yeah, it was lucky, I guess. Because Flink didn't know what's going on.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
I would like to just refill my inventory points while we're here.
10 Zenith a point.
Yep. And that leaves us at 1820. And with that, we can go reunite with the rest of the group.
Excellent. Okay, so who's tracking that 1820?
I got that written down right now.
Okay, you're tracking it. Cool. All right, so you return to the group.
I mean, do you want to split it from here?
Yeah, if there is nothing else to do with it.
Well,
can we have some?
Yeah, hold on. When you guys come back, we were waiting to see how much money you guys needed to do your shopping, so we can do some stuff with whatever's left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't. Do you have any cash on hand? I don't.
I have some.
Okay, so we could probably buy one more thing.
Yeah, so I have something in mind that should only be 1,000. So
go for it.
I really was expecting for Flink to do more stealing. It's come as something of a shock to me. How honest he's become.
No.
Still have flashbacks from last time.
Yeah. Also, stealing in Telgard while living in Telgard is a terrible idea. Like, I'm not for stealing, but if you're gonna steal, Flink, and I know you know this is more for Peleus's education, you don't do it where you live, because then they'll find you. People around here know you. You do it somewhere else when you're not traveling with a famous arcanist.
He mentioned that he had an infamous... So everybody was sort of avoiding us. It was clear that he had some sort of aura going on.
I just look at the 2 eye patches covering your eyes. I can't imagine why they'd be avoiding you right now.
Yeah, looking cool, right? I know.
Can you see? Are you okay?
Oh, you mean you can see my eye? Oh, I can see perfectly. Thank you. This is, here, I'll lend you my eye patch. Look for it.
No, it's okay. I believe you. You're rocking that look, Flake.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's one way.
That's actually pretty cool. I have I have heard that there are Swordbreaker accessories available and might be interested in purchasing one.
Swordbreaker accessories. What are those?
They provide resistance to physical damage.
Oh no!
Oh yes!
No!
That's
that's
nothing
legal.
crazy. Nothing crazy.
Ooh,
You okay there, Mr. GM person?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Physical is just the most common type of damage. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. How are you going to find one? Because those things are probably highly desirable.
So my idea would have been going to wherever the monster hunting district is, wherever they sell weapons, make armor. I would imagine that's where they would keep such combat accessories.
Right.
I went to college here. I'm a fan of this place. This is obviously a place that Gawain and Silas would have gone to a lot.
In fact,
so I can just show Silex around.
It's pretty much right. That district is pretty much right next to the place where Peleus was just at, because obviously this place is the like front commercial line, and the kind of the streets just behind that are all like the processing industries for the front commercial shops.
Nice. I'm gonna look at Flink and I'm gonna tell him that hey, so help yourself to whatever you guys want to eat out of what we've got left. Get drinks, whatever. With the extra that you didn't tell us about and definitely pocketed for yourself, you can pay the tab. And then we're gonna walk away.
Flink's just staring in with his mouth open.
We can't see you're staring. We just see your mouth hang open.
I mean, you can't even see my mouth. It's covered by my...
mask.
You're just completely expressing
it. Cashew mask on and 2 eye patches.
Beautiful. Absolutely fan-bloody-tastic.
I've had to draw like a mild image of it on my notebook. I'm like, that just...
Big drops mic moment, right?
It's just a mannequin standing there.
Did you pocket something? I couldn't tell.
I mean, maybe.
Oh yeah, aren't you supposed to be like the captain of this organization? Can they tell you off at pocketing stuff?
No, they can't. That's why I'm the captain.
Hey.
Damn, they're good.
Silent high five for Gawain on our way out.
Yeah, after we get around the corner, it's like, that was sick, right?
that was very well done.
All right, so anyway, yeah, I don't really I don't have a really good relationship with any of the people down this way because like poor college student, but Silas and I used to window shop here like probably once a week.
I mean, you also came from a village that would have sent resources to here, so
right, I'm just like,
there's
I didn't have money to come in and buy this shit.
Certainly,
but like, I know
but
where
you probably
it is.
would have had a working relationship with at least one or two of these people, given that you have no doubt been asked to go check in on a delivery at some point or another.
Sure, yeah.
I assume you're going to start at the most familiar location, which is probably the place which took deliveries from your village. Which, as you roll into there, a thick, beefy man claps a hand into yours and says, "Good to see you, Gawain. You hear about an order, or is something up with a delivery?"
No, I'm out of that life. Well, kind of. I'm like I guess I'm still kind of a delivery boy, but right now we're delivering people stuff. It's cool. I'm gonna give him one of my nerd business cards.
Oh, looks like you're doing well for yourself these days.
Yeah, like, you know. Thank you. Anyway, I brought.
I'll make sure
my
to
friend...
ask you for a discount if I need anything. He slips the business card away.
Yeah, it's like, of course. I know where I came from. But Silex, he's not from here. But he
I don't know, nod and shake Silex's hand.
We're like brothers now. Anyway, he was looking for some armor. What were we looking for?
I'm looking for a special kind of accessory with a sword breaker property. Got any of those?
He's gonna stroke his chin and say, "Well, I'm certain you know that kind of thing's quite desirable."
Yeah, that's why I brought him here.
I do have one thing like that, but it's technically on order by one of those nobles.
Which one?
He's going to make that, like, the sucking noise of a businessman who's about to tell you something's really expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you see, he's going to look side to side as if he's being conspiratorial and then say, "It's a request of Prince Damon."
Okay. Well, we can't compete with that. We'll have to go somewhere else.
He's gonna shrug with a kind of like, what can I do about it? But then say, "But hey, I'm certain if you get in touch with him, he'll be more than amicable, right?" He makes that kind of like,
yeah,
really kind of attitude.
It's like, I'm not going to use my one favor a year with Lady Lynette for this one, but thanks.
He's going to nod and say that he understands. And says sorry that he couldn't help you. As far as he knows, he's the only one with the in stock right now.
Darn. That's all right.
Hmm.
All right. So if that doesn't work out, hey, Gawain, your turn. Anything you'd like from here?
How much money do we have? Because
it was 1,800 into addition, whatever you and I have on us.
I have 0 on me.
Or 1,500, that's right.
Yeah.
You have 0.
I need 2,000 for the thing that I was looking for.
I got you.
Okay. Then I will ask him if he's got... Oh, okay. A while back, it's like, okay. I remember when I was in school, like, I was buying like what I could afford. There were these pair of gloves that I always wanted, and like I'll name the brand, like whatever, like I'll start describing them. Do you have like do they still make stuff like that? Like, is that around?
He's gonna look at you slightly disappointed, like, "Of course we still make stuff like that." And he's gonna go into the back and pull out a box which is like glass topped wooden box with these gloves inside. They're like fingerless, but made of an incredibly light, delicate material. They are very, very finely crafted to the point where, unless you catch it on the light just right, you can't even see the seams on this thing.
Can I put it? Can I, like, kind of making that, like, just, like, can I touch them?
He'll do that kind of like, well, because it's you. He'll pop the case open.
Awesome. Put them on. Okay, they fit. This is pretty lit.
Not only do they fit well, in fact, they feel strangely like that they would fit many different shapes of hand, as they almost stretch into the right position and feel almost invisible on your hand, except there is a very slight pressure on your fingers, as though your fingers are almost wandering, being instructed, slightly pulled in various directions.
Is that good?
The magic gloves.
It's not bad. You aren't having control taken away from you. or anything. It's just a little bit like your at-rest hand position feels slightly different than it usually is, if that makes sense.
This is awesome. Like hold out like the hand to Silex for the money.
Yeah, I got you. These are 2,000, right?
Yes.
The storekeep will nod and then say, "You are coming up in the world, eh?"
Yeah, this is technically a business investment.
Oh, absolutely. I understand the kind of business you're in.
I give you 500 Zenit, which should bring you up to 2,000.
It's our 2,000. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Excellent. The storekeep will hand you the box, which by itself is quite a nice box, even though he knows you're probably never going to use it. Take the money and put the money directly in the safe.
We did it. We did shopping.
So, if you do get any access to any Swordbreaker materials in the future, I don't know if you have a waiting list currently or if it was just a one-man thing.
I always have a waiting list on Swordbreaker stuff, but
yeah, I figured.
But
can we get on it?
If you happen to come by when it's in stock, you can buy it. How's that?
Sounds very good, sir.
Essentially, he's like saying, you know, if it happens to be in the shop and it's not Prince Damon who's currently requesting it, then you can just buy it immediately if you happen to be here when one is available.
Got it.
As opposed to having to be on the waiting list.
Well, we'll check next time. Thanks for your help.
They will nod and let you depart. Also, I think maybe we just take a couple-minute break so I can get some more water as well.
Cool.
Sounds great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back in like 5 minutes or so. We got some water and whatnot and stretch our legs. Please don't get lost. If you do get lost, stay watching the stream. So, you know, if you die in the middle of an ice-cold forest or something, you'll at least be providing me wealth and money. Back in a few minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with Arc Memory of Barbelo. Time winds on. You have spent your day shopping and engaging with things. You get to the evening and you return to Lady Lynette's house. I'd say Peleus's house, but it's really not Peleus's house anymore, even if he does have a room here.
Yeah.
And you are able to enjoy a comfortable dinner where Lady Lunette will converse with you, and you will have the casual conversations over dinner, and Lady Lunette will discuss how, in her investigation, she has found out a couple things that are questioning about Lord Stavros, but also the most important thing is that in a few days' time, he will be having a fairly large party where he will be introducing his daughter as their like first major public outing, given that they are now
cut to Gawaine's horrified face
of marriageable age.
Ah, so it's her debut.
Yes. This is when Lord Stavros is in noble society, officially looking for a husband for his daughter.
Yeah. Most of the time, guys, they've already got their marriages sorted out, but really the debut for women is just to say, look at how big, fancy, and rich we are. It's like a guy having a really, really expensive saddle on his horse.
Saddle? Never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a thing that you ride a horse with.
Yeah, Flink always goes bareback.
I'm
sorry.
How sorry are you? It didn't sound sorry.
If you didn't say it, I would.
Okay, so Lady Lynette also says that she has an invite, and of course, if she doesn't go, someone has to, as she gently shuffles the invite over towards Peleus.
Thank you, Mom. Can I bring my friends? as my bodyguards, my chaperones.
Of course you can bring your friends.
Thank you, Mummy.
Have you considered reading the invite, Peleus?
Oh, right. Yeah, this is Stavros. I thought you might have been setting me up with a wife. Yeah, sorry, I'm paying attention now.
Lady Lynette shakes her head.
On the wife's subject, I do need one at some point, so if you could get me one of those.
Peleus, I think that what you need is a more complete education about how to interact with women.
I do agree with you. I can't disagree with you. I have been informed many a times, and I was recently speaking to my cousin, Prince Denon, and he was making fun of me for how women talk to me. And I just sat there and pretended I was fine with it, but I wasn't. But yeah. Also, it's
Lady Lunette will gently put a hand on Peleus.
Yeah, he's my favorite cousin, but you know, he is allowed to riff on me sometimes. You know, like the guys do. And also, his spy group has apparently stated that somebody tried to buy one of his swords from under him.
Lady Lunette's brow will furrow at this quite immediately and says, Demon only has the one sort of note.
Maybe I can help with that. Actually, let me clear something up. That was me and Silex, and we weren't buying the sword. We were inquiring at and I'll name, at this place about whether they had sword breaker gauntlets or greaves or whatever around, and he let us know.
You didn't actually purchase it, did you?
No, we're not that stupid. See, he told us that we couldn't because he only had one in stock, and it was for Prince Damon. And I was like, okay, well, we'll come back later.
Oh, right, because you would have immediately been, that guy immediately sold your information to the prince, trying to claim that you were trying to steal his stuff.
I don't think that's exact. I'm willing to bet that there's a misunderstanding here.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
Somewhere in this region. Sort of vaguely gesturing at Peleus.
This region right here?
Yeah. Basically there. Centered right here.
Prince Denon likes to inform me about people that he'll have executed, so I think maybe there may have been some exaggerations going on.
Yeah, I'm sure he's totally gonna execute me. His life would be way easier if he got rid of me, not way harder. Anyway,
Prince Denon would never execute you. As soon as he found out who you were and that you were my friend, he would never do it.
Right, that's my point. So, Lady Lynette, I guess we're gonna have to use Peleus to get into this ball, which sucks because we're gonna have to chaperone Peleus.
Mother?
Yes, Peleus?
Mumsy, darling, sweetheart, nice person. Can we pretty please get some garments to put them in for the evening? You know, we might find something to put Silex in that would be presentable at a debut.
I think Silex would be presentable in just about anything, Peleus, but we can certainly have some arrangements made.
Oh my
god. But I'm not opposed to you marrying.
I'm just confused. I'm like, wait, what just happened?
All I'm saying, Silex, is that you are a very fine young gentleman.
All right.
Silex, would you like to be my new daddy?
What?
Peleus?
You're gonna find me a wife, I can find you a husband.
Peleus, a passing compliment does not imply that I wish to marry Silex. He is half my age.
I don't not wish to marry Garwain's mother, and she's twice my age.
I'm gonna trip Peleus with his own staff. Just like sweep the legs.
Sorry. I had to. I know I'm going to be in so much trouble for that, but all I mean is, can we put him in a suit? It's going to look weird for me to bring one of my chaperones in a tank top.
Okay, yes. Go, Peleus, yes. Okay? Yes.
Also, we're going to need to take the mask and eye patches off of Flink because that won't work in a debut.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know it's a very important day, but I have very important company business stuff to do on that day. It's unfortunate that I cannot attend.
You could just wear a different mask that would be more appropriate.
Peleus, stop talking. Love you. Stop talking.
It is completely regrettable, Flink, that you won't be able to attend. However, I shall ensure that you are well provided for any of your activities on that day.
Thank you, my lady.
So, Peleus and whomever actually accompanies him may or may not require an escort.
Yes. We can bring all of you.
Yes.
No, that's not what I meant.
What are you implying here? Go in.
I meant, like, do we need dates?
Oh! I thought you were my dates.
Lady Lunette will say to Gawain, "Oh, no, certainly not. It is a presentation of a young girl into society, and, well, you're expected to socialize."
Got it. Awesome. We can do that.
Single guys are what is required at this particular place.
I'm sure you understand, Gawain, that it's unlikely that many women would seek anything beyond polite conversation, but you would still nonetheless be expected to dance.
Yes, I understand all of that. Totally. I have done not this, but stuff like this because of Peleus. You know, we've done this. We've done this before.
Gawain will be absolutely fantastic. He knows how to dance almost as good as I do. We went to the same dance tutor.
It's true. You're both well trained at dancing.
Yes, it was an important lesson for us in university. A lot of women will ask to dance with Silex.
Of that I have no doubt.
It is impolite to reject women when they ask you to dance, so we're going to have to teach you how to do the slow step. 2 steps, right, left.
Okay, you know what? Actually, why don't you guys go get started on that right now?
And we can put Flink in a disguise so that he can get up.
Just you and Silex.
All right, I'll put Silex in.
Big winking at Silex.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Silex in some different clothes. We got some suits somewhere.
We're ready for Silex to ruin a lot of fancy clothes.
Silex, pretend to suck at dancing.
Yeah, I've never danced before. Peleus, please show me what you mean.
Really? Yes, I will show you. I obviously assume that you do not know how to dance within high society.
Yeah, obviously. He's a grappler. No grace at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't hear music for his entire life in his head.
He has the best footwork of anyone here.
Yeah.
He might have the best footwork on the battlefield, but
it translates, trust me.
Peleus, Silex. Silex, you actually find that the dances that Peleus is attempting to teach you are dances that you're pretty unfamiliar with. You know, you're much more used to the dances of, Kumu Honua, which the dances there tend to be far more like physically energetic and vibrant. And Peleus is trying to teach you slow, refined, quote unquote, dancing. And it actually is not difficult per se, but you definitely have to make a deliberate effort to reserve yourself. It is actually something of a challenge to become competent at it.
Okay. It's I feel too restricted. I want to move more.
Exactly. You
I can get hit with the stick when I move my leg too much.
Yeah, you want to make those big, wide steps and the sweeping movements, and you keep being told to no, you got to draw your arm in, and it's like, but my bicep is there. How do I do that?
My arms don't go in that far, Phillies.
And I'm like, you're supposed to be the man here. You got to put your arm around my waist.
Nice.
Pretend you're a man.
Incredible. Okay, Gawain, Flink. Lady Lunette, upon the room being cleared somewhat, Lady Lunette will lean in and say to Flink, my understanding, by the way, is that the Stavros' office is on the north side of the building. I couldn't find out any more information than that.
That should be plenty. I will find a door unlocked.
Well, we need a way for us to communicate.
Yes, that is my main concern.
We need a way for you to tell me that you need help, I think, really in one direction. Maybe a way for me
I'm really good at replicating bird sounds. Like,
don't we have those, like, rocks, like, that we, like, with Minerva?
You don't like my bird sounds?
Just hear me out. I'm going to be in a room with a bunch of music and dancing and talking, so I probably won't hear birds.
Oh, it's a garden party. You're outside.
I'm still going to be in an area with lots of people talking and music, so...
Okay, fair.
So anyway, I have this stone, right? This thing that, like, basically a pager.
So yeah, you have a stone which can essentially signal, like, hey, I'm in trouble, but that's only for one linked pair of stones, and I don't believe Silex has another pair.
I do not currently have another pair.
So I was going to ask the lady if we had anything like that even.
She's going to think a moment and then say, I'm afraid that I don't believe we have anything in the armory that would match that.
Do you have?
What an impertinent question to ask a lady.
You're fair. I'm sure Flink has all the equipment he needs anyway. He's a professional when it comes to the B&E part of this. All right.
I'm not going to lie. It's going to be challenging.
What do you think is the most challenging part?
Oh. The getting into is probably the easy part while everybody is distracted at the start of the party, but moving around while people, go back in, go visit the toilet, snacks are being...
Well, we're going to be in the garden, right? So...
I believe the majority of the engagement will be occurring in the ballroom.
Oh, Flink said it was a garden party so authoritatively.
If you are attired as one of the guests, it's very likely that once you're inside the building, the guards are likely to mistake you for a guest, simply lost looking for something. She'll wave a hand dismissively and say, guests get inebriated all the time at these kind of events, and often end up in places that they shouldn't, especially when they're trying to socialize.
Oh, I can play a fool.
This is what we're going to do, Flink. We're going to try and make it so that you can swap between looking like you work there, like you're part of the kitchen staff, or like the wait staff, and like a guest.
Okay, you might be underestimating how good I look, but we could try.
You make a bird call if you need help. That's what we'll do. And I will try to make excuses to, poke around. Try not to piss off security, and I'll let Silex handle Peleus for the night.
Yeah. I have some ways to communicate with you, like setting a fire, I have mirrors.
Try not to set any fires. We'd like for them to just not know that we ever did this, right? That's the optimal outcome here.
Yeah, they will never know.
Of course, Flink.
What am I looking for again?
If there is any blowback on this, I will have to deny any involvement. I hope you understand my position here.
If I'm getting caught, I will not enter Telgat again. Probably for the rest of my life. It's probably for the better.
Lady Lynette makes a half smile. That kind of slightly apologetic smile of she knows she's essentially asking you to do some serious stuff, and you're taking this big risk, and there's nothing she can do about it.
If it actually comes to this, I write down a place and give it to Gawain. You'll find me there if I need to make an emergency escape.
I'm gonna tuck it into my my index shield, set of flashcards.
Excellent. As you're having this discussion, interestingly enough, the camera is going to wind out as this discussion goes on, discussing the specifics and the little accoutrement of exactly how you're going to deal with this situation. It comes back into an office in the evening.
Do we gain a Fabula point?
You know, I'm in the middle of narrating this. You're like, do we gain a Fabula point?
No. Sorry, that was like a suspenseful, is he a villain or not?
We don't know yet.
I don't care. I care if I get the point, but I care about the implications of the point.
You get to find out at the end of the scene, okay?
Yes, I'm excited! You accomplished your mission!
I was trying to narrate some stuff, and now you've broken the flow of that narration.
I'm sorry. I am sorry for that.
I'm not actually particularly fast. Okay, so camera enters in on an older man walking into an office. He searches around the office and says, Marek, where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. And then out of the shadows steps a figure clad in white. There'll be a brief moment of shock as the older man steps away, lets out an exasperated, why do you always do that, Marek? Why can't you just enter through a door like a normal person? And Marek will say, I apologize, my lord, but it is the nature of my station. Yes, whatever. Anyway, Marek, I've received a letter today about events happening at a certain location. Yes, my lord, I have seen the letters. It seems that trouble is a-brewing. Yes, well, I was following your instructions here to make this work, and I want to know, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, sir, we always knew that this was a potential risk. The potential advantages were great, and the downsides were slim. Even if it had blown back, certainly you would be immune to those consequences. There will be a kind of exasperated look on Lord Stavros. He will breathe out and say, yes, well, I suppose you're right. He will sit down in the chair and then say, it's just frustrating to hear this news. We've got all this stuff going on with the party, and Marek will intercede with, I understand, my lord, but it will be fine. There's nothing connecting us. What, the words of one lowly, disenfranchised engineer? Nobody would listen, especially against a man such as yourself. Lord Stavros will visibly relax as Marek placates him with gentle words, and then will say, yes, I suppose you're right. Marek will, as he lets out this gentle exasperation, say, but don't worry, sir. I'll take care of any loose ends for you and make sure nothing comes back, that nothing could possibly come back to bite you. You just carry on as if nothing happened, and we'll have to secure the funding elsewhere. I have some options available for you. As the scene fades back out, and we return to the party.
I crave violence.
Already.
I must protect my boys.
We return to Silex dancing, who is now in a all twisted up on side of himself with the complexities of Peleus's dance moves.
Full disclosure, everyone. I was trying to add some ambiance, trying to do some dancing in the background, and I started to shrink. I don't know what happened.
It's an issue with the flip mechanic because that's technically a plugin. It intercedes on an action, so if you grab it in the middle of an animation, sometimes it goes messy. But also to answer Jammin's earlier question, yes, you do gain a Fabula point.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
But now we have to ask ourselves the question: who provided the Fabula point?
Yeah,
Marek. Bloodstavros obviously provided the money for Marek.
Remember, even if there are 2 villains in a scene, you only get 1 Fabula point.
So there's 3 potential villain
combinations. Yes.
Yes.
Or we got trolled, and there's a third person hiding in the room who provided it, and both of them are red
Marek's
herring.
boss who never revealed themselves.
Yeah.
It's true. It's possible.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to us.
Yeah, Lag's like, write that down.
I'm not gonna lie, it was actually something I'd considered doing.
Completely throw us for a loop. Like, wait a minute, I thought they were a villain.
Now I'm just using metagame information to mess with you. Hey,
I'm just excited about seeing a new villain.
I like metagame information.
Okay, so we wind back into the scene. Silex is attempting to learn to dance. As I said before, it's difficult, but you are making good progress.
Let's go.
You just don't need to fake needing to be taught. You have a couple days spare. Gawain, you don't get any additional information from the offices of Minerva Tass. They have yet to receive a reply in the 2 days interim. They are starting to actually get seriously concerned because it's now been way too long. And they are enacting the processes of attempting to reach out, find out what happened, and so on and so forth.
All right. I'm gonna check in, the next day.
Yep.
I don't know what this day is gonna bring us, so can't commit to anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm paying extra attention to my my bracelet, and I'm assuming I've noticed nothing.
Nothing so far. Lady Lunette has had a suit tailored for everyone that needs one. Silex, you find that your suit is just about tailored well enough. It seems that they are not well versed with creating tailoring for a man quite as large and physically well-rounded as you are.
I can't blame them. I'm surprised they have
They've definitely done large tailoring, but not this sort of large.
Yes, exactly.
Not for a Magnarian. There aren't exactly many of us up here.
It's not bad or anything, but you can just tell that it's not got the 50 years of practice that the other suits have, right?
Yeah.
If I try to do anything in this, I'm coming out of it.
Yeah, you're gonna split the seams at the biceps if you try and do combat activity.
That's hot.
The tailors are used to working on the gods of the bodies of gods. That god just happens to be Buddha. Yours is a very different one.
Yes, they have all sorts of arrangements for very large stomachs and very thin arms. Very few for very thick arms and thin stomachs. But the evening of the ball arrives. I assume that Silex, Peleus, and Gawain, you are going in through the front door?
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
So, which of the two of us, who wants to be on Peleus duty and who wants to be on Flink duty?
You take the night off of Peleus duty, Gawain. You've had it for many years.
I was going to say I think the smart one should be on Flink duty, but Silex, if you're saying that Garwin's the smart one, that's fine.
Well, you didn't have to put it like that. But...
Okay. Damn.
So, Silex, Gawain, Peleus, you enter through the main entryway. There are a number of the nobility arriving. They predominantly arrive via coach and are greeted almost immediately. There is a queue formed in front of the manor of Lord Stavros, which is a little bit further away from the like central area of Telgard, but is also significantly larger. If you had to estimate the cost, as it were, you'd probably think that it was significantly more expensive than Lady Lynette's abode. Lord Stavros definitely believes in showing off. Do you undertake any activities to try and make it easier for Flink to enter the property, or do you just hand over your invite?
I guess, like, I'm looking around as much as I can, like trying to figure out where I think Flink might enter from. Like while I'm walking in, when you're just looking around and everything, like I'm looking with intent. And then
I think it should be relatively easy for Flink to enter because all the commotion's going to be around the front. And if he goes around the back looking like a servant, he's just going to get in.
That's certainly very likely. There is a kind of trail of various suppliers of wares and whatnot that are arriving to the abode as well, predominantly via the rear entrance.
Let's see how the night goes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm definitely going to like sort of stand on the edges of whatever's happening so that I can like better hear outside.
Okay, you're going to try and keep an ear out, essentially.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
Sorry, I just noticed the feet in the corner.
How it should be.
So you are ushered into the main ballroom. Peleus is introduced as the son of Lady Lunette of the Fenrir bloodline, the Arcanist of Telgard, and you are met with the appropriate care and due attention by the partygoers as you enter the locale. A number of people start walking up to Peleus and offer to shake your hand.
I gladly take their hands and conversate as a regular noble would. This particular
Excellent.
point.
I'm keeping a close eye on everyone as they come up to shake Peleus's hand, but I'm assuming nothing sketchy is happening, so I'm just kind of standing there as a bodyguard should.
The conversations are appropriately idle and empty, with conversations about, oh yes, I saw your mother at the last party. Was she... she was wearing a wonderful black dress. Oh, I notice your suit is well tailored. And who is this gentleman with you today?
Oh, yes. Thank you. My mother had asked about you. She's sad that she had to miss you at this particular event. She had to stay home.
A shame, to be certain.
Absolute shame. But I am standing in for... I'm glad to be here for once. This is my man Silex. He is a chaperone for the evening. He has been helping me on my many various adventures.
I must inquire, is he an eligible bachelor?
He is an eligible bachelor, but not of any note.
Oh,
So,
I understand.
Maybe not your first daughter.
Certainly, but I have no doubt someone will cast some interest in him.
Yes.
Lending off this, like, glance from all the way to the bottom of Silex to the top.
I have found a nice floating point in the middle distance that I'm currently focused on.
As I start almost like bidding him off to like people's daughters, the younger daughters. Their oldest daughters are already like announced for like specific people.
Obviously, there are multiple mentions of how exotic Silex is, and lots of talking about him as if he isn't standing there right next to you.
It's so bad.
Yeah. Yes, if any of you ladies would like to, if any of you would like to ask him to dance with somebody, that would be most appropriate. I do feel as if he is getting rather restless here.
As you say that, there is a slight blushing giggle from a small group of ladies nearby.
I lean down just slightly. Not enough for everyone to notice, but just get a little closer to Peleus and I whisper, I'll remember this.
I'll just turn back to Silex and say, would you rather us be in this conversation for the next half an hour, or do you want to have a dance? These are rich ladies.
One of the blushing ladies will approach Silex and say, good sir, would you consider taking this dance with me?
One of her friends to dance with Peleus. Make her have a friend jump on the grenade.
I offer an arm and say I would be remiss to deny you the steps.
You dance with this young lady who seems to thoroughly enjoy it and leans in for idle conversations about who you are and where you're from. And you now come to understand the reason why these dances are more refined and gentle, as it gives you the option to have a conversation while dancing without having to yell or shout over each other or panting out of breath. Your dancing is decidedly passable, almost certainly better than some of the gentlemen here.
Good enough for me.
Yes, you know.
I'm restless and a little bored, but I entertain it.
Precisely. The young girl, having, taken the dance and enjoyed it, follows the social etiquette of allowing you to be asked by the other young women, and you soon find yourself with a queue of women. Essentially, as you end one dance, another one attempts to ask you for the next.
After each one, I make sure Peleus is still within, arm's reach.
It's okay. I've already shuffled over to Peleus. He's I know what's happening. I got you.
I look over helplessly and accept another hand.
It's between the dancers. I just sort of wave a champagne glass to sort of Silex to show that, yes, I'm still here, still talking with the nobles. Not at all upset that you're getting all of the dancers here.
So, Peleus, is there food at this affair? How does this work?
Right. So it's more of a buffet. So, like all buffets, you need to usher one of the waiters, and they will arrive with food, which you will eat, or not, and then they'll leave.
Okay. Well, show me how to party in high society, because I've been here this is the first time I've actually felt like maybe I should talk to some people as my own person.
Here's what you do: make eye contact with a waiter and nod your head.
Can you show me how it's done? Why don't you show me how it's done?
All right, just make eye contact with waiter, nod the head. Waiter comes over.
It is as you say. The waiter arrives with a gentle, soft speech, saying, "Yes, my lords?"
"Some plate from the buffet, please."
"Certainly, my lords."
My lords?
"You are for this purpose."
Okay.
They will return momentarily with a plate with some dainty pastries and sweet things upon it, which no doubt cost far more than they should. Some of them looking like delicate flowers and such.
Yeah.
And the plate is proffered and held between you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
It is understandable that this isn't like the food that we have on our travels, because most of the ladies here are in extremely restrictive courses.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I mean, still, tastes delicious.
Does as well.
Yeah, it is genuinely, it is incredibly decadent and rich, but it is delicious in almost all regards. There are many things with many fine layers of pastry, which you don't fully understand how it was constructed.
So, Peleus, let's have a real discussion for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Do you intend to actually talk to Lord Stavros' daughter, or are you just joking around?
No, I intend to talk to her.
Okay. So just don't be forward. if you are reserved and, show that you're educated and have like good judgment, that is the best impression you could possibly make here, okay?
Colleen, I know that in the outside world, you are absolutely drowning in ladies. But for the purposes of inside the ball, I've spoken to women at debuts before.
No, I get that. I'm not worried about you charming her. You're way better at charming women than I am, but you don't have to charm her. You have to charm her dad. You have to charm the other people around here. And it would be nice if Lord Stavros didn't hate us, just for whatever that's worth. This is about being a professional because he's going to see this as a business transaction.
Of course he is. He probably already knows about us entirely.
Right. I guess what I'm saying is you've been gone for a while. You have sort of a reputation as like a foppish noble who's like just kind of like young socialite, doesn't actually do anything. You've been gone for a while. You were announced as the Arcanist, and you have people who work for you. Like, this is an opportunity for you to make a first impression. No one gets that. That's not a real thing. It happens to people very often. So, like,
that's exactly what debuts are for.
Yeah, but this time it's happening to you and her at the same time.
All right.
Anyway, look, man, I'm just trying to give you advice as your friend that you can take it or leave it. I do have a question for you, though, on top of this. You've been to a lot of these things. How do you think Flink's doing? And is there anything like, can I do something stupid to help him, or should I just not do anything stupid?
Okay, so as far as the background people are concerned, I have no idea how any of that works.
At which point, I think this is a great time to ask Flink, how's it going?
Because we're starting from outside the building.
Yes, you are outside the building. We're rewinding time slightly. Silex, Peleus, and Gawain are at the entry point, and they're just about to enter the location.
Okay, I am sitting in a tree outside with my nice fancy dress. I got my ninja clothes.
Excellent.
Under those clothes.
You make note that the ninja garb beneath your clothes seems to have this way of just pulling all your clothes just that little bit tighter, closer, in such a way that they stop making noise against each other.
Fantastic. And as I'm observing the line of people going in, I would like to find maybe an unclasped window somewhere.
Okay, that's going to be more difficult to do than like going in through the servants' entrance, but isn't going to involve interacting with any people. So it's like if you succeed on this, I'm going to say difficulty 12, dexterity plus insight. If you succeed on this, you're going to be somewhere in the building that's useful to you. And if you fail, it'll be very suspicious because you'll be trying to let yourself in a window, as opposed to like if you go through the servants' entrance where your risk of failure is probably more likely, but your out is, oh, I'm just a servant, don't worry about me.
Yeah. This is what Flink has been training, though. He feels like this is the right way to do it. He's not one for going on undercover. He's going in so that in a way that nobody notices in the first place. And his disguise is just for backup. All right. In a monologue of Flink is like, I have a bad feeling about this.
So that's actually a 15, not an 11.
Oh, +4. Yeah, 15. Easy.
It's a 15. Easy.
I'm so good at this.
You are able to...
In your new, fresh, black ninja outfit? Yeah, beautiful.
readily and easily slip into a window. Essentially, you cross the courtyard in a careful shadow step. You unlatch a window with a small shim of metal, slipping it open and hopping inside, where the security on the internal layer would be the weakest, because obviously they're looking for threats from the outside, right? Not people already on the inside. You find yourself in a hallway, and you can hear the sounds of music and conversation in the distance, and you can hear gentle footsteps down the hallway, as if someone in heavy shoes or a large person is walking down the hallway, or one of the nearby hallways.
All right, I'm going to mostly ignore the noise for now because I cannot clearly discern it. Having had time to prepare for this heist, I tried to understand the layout of this building from the outside and just try to move like a normal guest would now to where the stairs should be. There are probably multiple staircases in this building,
absolutely.
but there should be one nearby where I think I am. I might be wrong, of course, because I couldn't check from the inside.
So this sounds like it's going to be an insight plus insight check to navigate internally. It's still going to be a stealth check because you're trying to avoid people.
Okay.
All right, a 12 with the +4. Man, you needed the +4 on that one.
I needed +4.
You are able to readily navigate your way inside here. You find out that the footsteps heading towards you were, in fact, one of the guards of this location stepping by. And you're traveling, like, very nonchalantly. And you're giving your very nonchalant energy, and as you traverse past each other, they'll glance at you, nod, and then say, "Bathroom's at the end of the hall, sir." And then carry on their walk.
They're just carrying on, then I'm not even going to respond.
Yes, they seem to have just decided you are a guest looking for the bathroom because of your effective role. You carried yourself as a guest.
Okay, actually, Flink's heart is like beating like crazy. He was like trying to respond, but couldn't get it out. But I'm not heading for the bathroom. I'm heading for the stairs.
Oh, of course. But they don't seem to mind. They've assumed you're going to the bathroom and let you head on. After all, you do seem to be quite close to the party, and you are now walking away from it by heading in this direction. You are at the end of the hallway. There is what appears to look like a bathroom that you would guess, and also stairs upwards.
Are there any guards that I can see or hear?
Not immediately, but it is very possible that anyone stationed up here would be sitting or standing rather than actively patrolling.
Makes sense. So it's time to actually try to hide my presence.
Excellent.
While I'm moving up. Try to not be seen by anybody that could potentially be there.
As you round your way up onto the second landing, there is a person sitting on a chair at the top of the stairs. You imagine that they are there with the objective of turning away any errant guests that have wandered up here, to send them back down towards the party, or at least to restrict them to the lower floors only. They haven't noticed you yet. They're basically sat in such a way that they're pretty much looking towards the top of the stairs. So if you wanted to transition past them, you would have to do something impressive, or distract them, or find another route, perhaps.
Okay, so they are not being unattentive, not looking bored just yet. It's too early for that, not sleepy or anything.
Yeah, they seem reasonably attentive.
Actual guard doing their job.
Yes.
You don't see that every day. Let me think. I could start a fire. That is always helpful inside a building.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, of course you aren't, but I wasn't being serious. Let me think. No, my best trait is my speed. I'm going to get past him into some hiding spot. Actually, let me look around for a hiding spot that is on top of the stairs.
Okay, so you're looking for a location like past the guard that you can get to?
No, as a first step, that would be before the guard, I guess, where he theoretically could see me, but it's not going to.
You could, if you sit at just the right angles, possibly hide right at the corner of the stairs. That would be the closest you could get before you'd essentially just be walking into their direct vision, and you would have to find a way to deal with that otherwise.
Yeah, that would be helpful to maybe see something at the top of the second level, right?
Yes. You could start peering down the landing of the upper area.
Yeah, then let's do that.
Okay, so you navigate your way up to the top of the location. I'm going to say, due to the fact that you are a Cowardly Ninja Pirate, that this particular thing doesn't need rolling, since you're not really extending on your previous actions. Obviously, if you do something more than this, you're probably going to need to roll for something. You make your way up to the top and you peer down the landing. In the distance of the landing, you can see down the hallway that most of the doors are shut. There are paintings and whatnot on the walls. However, there is one that is slightly ajar with a small amount of light beaming out of it. The person sat on their chair at the top of the landing is watching across the mouth of the landing. Potentially, you could perhaps do something, if you were particularly sneaky, where you could shimmy across the top area of the stairs and then slip in behind them into behind the various pieces of, the vases and the art and the statues that line the hallway. Though that would have you being very close to the guard, and also that shimmying would be very suspicious were they to see it. Otherwise, you could attempt a distraction and to move up past them while they are distracted.
How is the ceiling looking? Could I, climb along the ceiling? Are there...
It's possible, especially with your climbing skills.
That's what I was hoping for. Then I would go for that route.
As you can see, the architecture here is very... there's a lot of, ridges and whatnot that you could grapple onto. It would be a challenge.
That's the word, yeah.
But it would be possible.
I think that's Flink's specialty, hanging around ridges on the walls and on the ceiling, so we are going for that.
So you're essentially going to try and clamber up onto the ceiling in a way that they can't see, and then try and clamber along the ceiling as best you can.
Yeah, once I'm on top of the ceiling, I'm basically invisible to anyone anyways.
It's true, although you will be moving very slowly while you're up there.
Yeah, okay. We'll take that.
I'm going to say, in that case, give me a strength, so a might plus dexterity check, I think would be pretty appropriate, and you can take your +4 since you're trying to do this stealthily.
Okay.
It was almost perfect!
Flink, like a shadow, you basically wait until they make a slight exhalation followed by a gentle neck crack, which you can tell they're stretching out their back from sitting there. And in that single moment, you just swing yourself up and start clambering up the column, leading you to the point just above them. You wait that precious heartbeat of a moment as they exhale and finally open their eyes. And, they glance briefly at the position you just jumped up from. There's that pause, that heartbeat of, did they notice something? The slight movement of the air, the sudden void of something that once was there. And then they exhale and just go back to being bored as you start very slowly slipping your way along the roof area here. It's slow going, but you think you've got outside of their immediate location of sight. Any noise would probably still bring them towards you. There is that door that's slightly ajar with the light coming from it, and you can now hear the voices of what sounds like a woman speaking with another woman, and in the moments you can hear, it sounds like they're talking about a dress or an outfit or something like that.
Okay, that is a relief. So that is not my destination. I should, at this point, know which room it is. If I'm still where I think I am, which the stairs were where I think they would be. I just used a random window, but it turned out I was correct. So I should know where the office is from here on.
You have a pretty good idea. Obviously, you won't be able to tell which room is specifically the office, but you have a pretty good idea of where to navigate from here to get to the rooms that are most likely to be it. You'll need to move further up and around at least one corner, but it's likely to be quite empty if all the security is up here, right?
Yeah, I should be able to slowly move my way up then to the hallway that actually features the doors I'm interested in.
You're clambering along the ceiling as this happens. Got it. Okay, we are going to return to the rest of the party, Flint. Silex, Peleus, Gawain. Silex, you are given a reprieve momentarily as the music is pulled away and some of the lights are dimmed. The lights are made to focus on one specific location. Flink, for your benefit, you see a young woman attired in a beautiful dress with a servant walking down the hallway towards the location that you just came in
from. Important question.
Okay.
She catgirl?
What bad decisions would you make if she was a catgirl?
Might just slip up.
No, she's not a catgirl.
All right, we're safe. Mission is safe.
The woman walks down the hallway and party, Silex, Peleus, Gawain. You see attention directed to the main stairway as a young woman in a beautiful dress is directed down them and an announcement is made. And now arriving to the ball, Lady Seraphine. Peleus, you know Lady Seraphine to be the lady of the moment. There is a gentle cheer and applause as this happens. You are gathered up in a kind of momentum of attention, all directed towards Lady Seraphine. She walks down the stairs in her dress, a servant nearby her. As she reaches the bottom of the stairs, she is almost immediately greeted by a number of people who immediately go to shake her hand and interact with her. Do you participate in that?
My goal is always to give her 5 minutes worth of space. I don't want to look too desperate.
Excellent.
I'm going to get in there for some attention at some point, but if I jump in too early, it's never good.
So you don't make any commentary on the fact that she's shaking all these men's hands?
I am feeling somewhat disapproving, and I have been since told that this handshaking business is not how biology works.
Guys, he's learning.
Oh my god.
At least for humans, I might try shake her hand.
As this hubbub is going on, I realize. One moment. Okay, now she's more correctly proportioned.
I thought she was just the perfect woman for Silex.
I mean, like...
She is still pretty big, actually.
She's a pretty tall girl.
Yeah.
All right. Now that the crowd has been a bit digested, I will go forward and greet her on some level of being.
Incredible.
There we go.
Incredible. Okay, so as you go up to greet Lady Seraphine, extend a hand in that kind of gentle, demure way that a lady does for, not a full gripping handshake, but the thing where, it's the fingers and the gentle touch because nobility and they've got to be dainty and so on.
I will respond in kind in the way that I'm supposed to.
Exactly. Lady Seraphine will say, a pleasure to see you here, Peleus. I am surprised that you're attending. I thought you were busy elsewhere.
The journey is at a current hiatus. We will be back soon. Obviously, while I was here, my mother thought I should be social. So I'm taking her stead. But it's lovely to see you on your debut. You look incredibly lovely.
Thank you, Peleus. I've heard that you've had quite an impact with the gentleman you brought here.
My man Silex does make an impression.
Perhaps you could introduce me.
Of course. I wave over to him. Over here.
All right. All right. And here, right when I thought I was out, they drag me back in.
Lady Seraphine will offer a hand to Silex. Silex, you've seen enough of what the other nobles are doing that you could probably apt a facsimile of their actions in greeting Lady Seraphine. It might be clumsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably end up grabbing too much of the hand here.
Yeah, like
her hand is a little too small for me to grip daintily.
Everyone else seems to be going for like barely a finger grip, right? Whereas you're like, doing the whole hand grip. She seems somewhat surprised at this, but doesn't, reject you or anything.
Yes. Forgive my man, Lady Seraphine. He is suited for the battlefield.
Certainly more suited than many of my suitors. She glances around to a number of the very scrawny-looking men that have clearly never seen a fight in their life.
I believe congratulations are in order.
She will smile and say, yes, I'm finally introduced to society, and my father is no doubt going to find me someone wonderful to marry.
Yeah,
I cock my head to the side a little bit. You don't seem terribly excited by the prospect.
Silex, look around at many of the young gentlemen in this room. Would you be excited to marry any of those people?
I can't say that I would, no. But just the idea of it. I would have figured that with the party and all, that I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing here.
Oh, the party is wonderful, but you become used to these things after a while.
The party is less for Lady Seraphine and more for Lord Stavros. Our Lady Seraphine is the absolute picture of beauty, and the party is wonderful. And I'm more than sure that she deserves the best of all the husbands. I've only heard good things of her.
In that case, am I allowed to offer you a dance?
She will look around briefly, and as you say that, there will be like this very slight tension that occurs, given that you are effectively asking for the first dance of the newly introduced lady.
Completely going over my head in this situation. I figured that was my job.
Suddenly everyone starts to glance in the direction of Lady Seraphine and Silex.
I will rescue the situation, and I will usher Silex away.
As you start doing so, Lady Seraphine will say, no, Silex, please. And Lady Seraphine and Silex will approach the middle of the ballroom, whereupon all eyes are suddenly on the both of you as the music starts, slightly confusedly, before actually, getting into its meter.
I'm gonna go to Gawain here and go, oh my gosh, she's such a rebel!
I've done it, guys. Yeah. I've made a distraction.
I can't believe that she would do such a thing. Her first debut dance with a non-noble.
Yeah, but look at it like this, Peleus. It takes the pressure off. If she dances with a noble first, the noble's all like, ooh, I have the it. I'm totally gonna marry Lady Seraphine. But if she dances with someone who has no real shot, then it's like all the pressure's off after that. I don't know, kind of savvy in my opinion.
I've never seen such a rebellious actor do the debut.
As you are talking in this corner, a person will approach you.
Prince Damian!
Shh.
Peleus.
I will bow politely, a polite amount.
Prince Damian makes a slightly dismissive gesture, as if to be unnecessary, but I understand that you have to apply the...
Turn it off.
Yeah. We'll greet Peleus and be like, Peleus, interesting to see you here.
Yes, I know my mother likes to keep me away from certain shindigs. We know what happened at Barbara's affair.
You see the eye roll of Prince Damian.
Yeah. I promised not to show up to any more of her birthdays after that.
I had to deal with 2 assassins after that. Not personally.
Yeah, of course. It certainly is the event to attend. I still can't believe that my chaperone Silex here has the first dance of Lady Seraphine.
Who exactly is your chaperone?
The man there with on the dance floor.
No, I mean his lineage.
Oh! I don't know. It's something of the Kuno Harian?
He comes from an honored family in Kumu Hanua, my lord.
Yes, one of those.
You can see Prince Damon thinking some stuff over and then say, he's not aware of his situation, is he?
Absolutely not. I'll smooth things over with his father. With her father, rather. I'll attempt to, anyway.
Look, unless he was trying to arrange a specific dance, I still don't think any material harm has been done.
What?
Prince Damon is going to shake his head and say, Gawain, I know you've cleaned up after many messes of Peleus. Allowing that dance may be getting your friend killed.
Well, I was not there when that happened.
Yeah, this is akin to a public bedding ceremony, how it's so scandalous.
So then why did she say yes?
Why wouldn't she say yes?
She knows the rules.
This is the last time that she's going to be able to pick a person to be able to dance with for the rest of her life. Who wouldn't say yes to Silex?
Someone who doesn't want to die or get someone killed?
She's not going to die!
She's going to get him killed?
Yeah. And she obviously doesn't know that.
Yeah, that's the part I'm asking. She doesn't know that?
She probably thinks he's going to be told off or kicked out. But,
Prince Damon will nod and say, Peleus has the right of it. I doubt she imagines such a thing. However, Stavros is, given his wealth, there's quite a lot of interest in his current holdings. Mm-hmm. And we'll make the kind of hand gesture of like, and so on and so on.
Okay. Well, I can only assume that the two of you, lords, are our best hope diplomatically, and what I can offer is to take Silex away.
Prince Damon will smile and say, No, I think I have a solution. The dance with between Lady Seraphine and Silex is coming to an end. Etiquette so far, Silex has dictated that you get one dance with a person before you are sent to go socialize with someone else.
Yep.
He smiles and departs from you and starts accepting dances from somebody else. Silex, as you approach this cluster of conversation,
this dude fest,
Prince Damon will greet you and say, I understand you are Silex. It is good to see you. I am Prince Damon.
I give a short bow and offer my hand.
Gawain, you see Prince Damon taking off his gauntlet.
Okay. I think I just need to let this happen, but I'm gonna maybe say, like, Silex, just go with it, okay?
Prince,
okay.
Like, as Gawain says this, Prince Damon slaps you in the face with his gauntlet and say, Sir, I challenge you to a duel for disrespecting Lady Seraphine.
I stand still in the slapped position for a moment. I look at Gawain. I look at Prince Damon. I accept your challenge.
This will be arranged for a different point in time. You're not fighting him here and now. I just understand that. It's more of a public confession of you're going to fight than you're actually going to fight.
Prince Damon will say, very well. I shall see you 2 days hence. And we'll step away from the group.
So
Well, we won't be here for the fight, so you lose by.
Well, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave, and then we're gonna talk. But we don't have to go far. Let's just go into the garden, and we'll leave that way instead of the way that everyone else is leaving.
Well,
if anyone tries to stop us, they'll get it.
I had to talk to Lord Stavros before we leave.
That is true. Interestingly, Stavros has not been in total attendance.
Peleus, can I trust you?
Yes, you can absolutely trust me.
Okay. I'm gonna take Silex out. Like, yeah, we're gonna go loiter in the garden. I'll try and like catch him up to speed.
Excellent. We now return to Flink. Flink, you've made your way up to where you think the office is, and in one of the rooms, there's a couple of them, but in one of the rooms you can hear the sound of pacing. No conversation though. So, just to be clear, you're in the hallway area. You're traipsing. You're like sneaking up above it, but there's a room and there is pacing inside the room. You think, given its location, that it could be the office and it could be Lord Stavros in that office.
I assume the room is closed.
The room is closed, yes.
Can I see light coming out of the room from underneath the door?
You can see a gentle trim of light under the door, yes.
How old are those doors? Would they make much noise if I tried to open them up?
So far, the doors here have been in very good condition. So you would assume that they are well oiled.
Okay. If I can resist the catcall, I can stealthily open a door.
Excellent. Okay, that's your objective then.
Yeah. I'll have
Dex plus Dex stealth check, I think, would be appropriate. You're going to kind of clamber down, and I'm assuming you don't want to like slam the door open. You just want to get it open enough so you can see into the room. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see who's in there. If it's lots, well, I'll see from there. We'll just go with the flow.
Okay, so you come down to an appropriate height to open a door. You get down like right next to the door and you slowly start applying tension to the handle. It is a very, very slow motion. Your heart is pounding in your chest as you get the latch past the latching point. You very slowly start to pull it ajar. You hear the faintest sound of a creak, but you halt immediately. There is just a thin sliver where you can see into the room. You see Lord Stavros searching through stuff at his desk.
God damn it, why is he here?
Because it's his bloody office.
Should be at the party.
This does seem something that he is frustrated about. He keeps walking around parts of the room and picking stuff up and looking at stuff, and occasionally lets out an exasperated sigh. And eventually he simply says, damn it, and starts walking towards the door.
I'm going to hide behind the door at the wall to which it opens.
Excellent. So, you essentially snap behind one of the statues next to the door, I assume.
Yeah, that works.
And you hear the footsteps of Lord Stavros leaving, stepping down the hallway, assumedly to go attend the party in full. Speaking of which, party members.
Got a lord incoming.
There's a lord incoming.
Yes, there
Flink.
is.
We're still on Flink. Silex.
Oh.
It's fine. I was just moving over there to get him out the way. Flink.
Hold on.
You see, you are outside the room, and Lord Stavros apparently locked the door on his way out.
Locking the door. That's not a problem. I got my lock-picking kit.
Absolutely not a problem for you. I think that's just a dex check to crack that door open.
Is that still considered stealth?
I would say no, it isn't a stealth check.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it is.
All right, a 10 is easily able to get this door unlocked. You're able to shimmy the ward out of the way and allowing you to get access to it and pick the lock readily, you gain access to the room. You are in Lord Stavros' office. As you step through into Lord Stavros' office, you have a vague feeling, an uncomfortable sensation. Just at the edge of your perception, just a little bit of discomfort and disquiet. You're not really sure what it's from. What do? You're in the office.
Okay. First thing, close the door behind me.
Excellent. You close the door behind you.
It's probably just my nerves. I don't see anyone in here. I'm going to check whatever Lord Stavros was checking to see if I can find something immediately where he was looking. He seemed pretty nervous about something, so... Well, more upset than nervous.
You search through the very obvious elements of the room, and your first initial search doesn't find anything of particular importance. You search through documents, and certainly there are some like ledgers and bookkeeping stuff, but there's nothing that immediately signs to you and says this is important or this is hidden or secret.
Okay. I didn't take Lord Stavros for a stupid man, so he probably has it somewhere safe. Which is why I should be looking for safe.
Okay, excellent.
Check the classic spots behind the paintings.
Excellent. You search behind the painting and immediately see a safe. There is a safe in front of you. It looks to be well constructed and difficult. It would be difficult to pick immediately.
It would take a long time?
As in, it would be quite a difficult check that you would have to make.
I'm going to inspect the safe and search for clues, maybe like some unintentional marks that were left by overusing the safe at a set combination over and over again.
Insight plus insight. Give me a check of that and see if you can ascertain that. That's a 6. That is not great. You can't identify anything that makes it clear whether or not you can... there's nothing useful to identify.
Okay, then we need a new approach.
Excellent. While you're thinking of that new approach, let's go back to the party, the rest of the party.
Okay.
Silex, Peleus, Gawain, you see that there is a slight commotion as Lord Stavros enters the party. He isn't announced, which isn't that strange given that the host is... I mean, it's his place, right? He was assumed to be in attendance. You see that he is almost immediately spoken to by a number of the nobility, and then you see a few glances towards the direction of Silex and Peleus and Gawain.
Yes, I'm going to make my way towards Lord Stavros. Let's get ahead of this.
Lord Stavros will immediately set out a hand to clasp Peleus.
And I will do so in kind. Lord Stavros, well met. I must apologize for the commotion earlier. It seems as if there was a bit of a miscommunication.
Quite. I understand that your man has taken to taking my daughter's first dance.
He's rather ill-informed about these things, and we are going to see to it that he is fully admonished for this, as well as the fact that Prince Damon himself has offered him a duel, which of course he'll lose.
Of course.
And your daughter will never need to lay eyes on him again.
Good. You'll see Lord Stavros glance once against the Silex and then kind of almost stare through Peleus and then say, well, enjoy the party.
Yes. Stavros, while we're here...
You could see he physically tried to start walking away before you said that.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, like, if he's been given our names, you know, in relation to his thing being destroyed. Because I feel like he should have. But I can't tell him that I know that his name has been given over. Lord Stavros, might I inquire as to how ventures have been going? I realize that you have not been spending much time at the debut. Is everything all right?
He'll make a dismissive gesture and then say, well, you know how it is. Work summons me all the time.
Yes, No? Actually, it's rather unusual to miss your own daughter's debut. Is things not well within that area?
There just happen to be some time-critical things that are going on.
Oh. Have you already ascertained who her marital partner will be?
You can see him grit his teeth slightly, and he'll say, there are a number of options, certainly.
Options. Right.
Hey, but you cannot monopolize me. I must attend to the rest of my guests. You can see he's desperately trying to get away from you.
As he's leaving, I'll be like, I understand that clearly this is a reflection on how the Stavros treat their daughter, and perhaps it was no coincidence that Silex was so easily able to take the first dance.
Watch your mouth, Peleus.
Oh, are you now interested in your daughter's well-being?
You can see like a profound look of anger on Stavros's face before they will say, be glad your mother is who they are, Peleus. And then walk away from you.
I'm just gonna flip him the bird while he's looking the other way. In a way that the other nobles can all see. You know.
Certainly. There's the slight hand gestures that could be implied to be an insult, but like aren't necessarily an insult, and so they're plausibly deniable.
This is one of those where everybody else would see it and just chuckle, because essentially I've just cooked him at his own party.
Nice. That's definitely what you wanted to do after the thing with Silex. Definitely not going to have any repercussions for your friend, hey?
Yeah.
Flink, let's find out if there's any repercussions for you.
All right. Good, I was about to say, since Stavros is not a stupid man, apparently, he might be an emotional man. So let me look around for photos of his daughter, his wife, maybe some numbers associated with them.
Excellent. Okay, so you start looking around for pictures, paintings, photos, even though photos are still quite a rare technology here. Yeah. You examine the place and you do find a few of these images, but you don't find anything immediately identifiable. However, as you're searching through these things, you go to turn back to the desk to glance again to see if there's anything you missed. And you see one document placed fairly prominently of a picture of his daughter when she was very young. It is a painting apparently done and dated a good few years ago. And it's strange because you don't remember that being there before.
Huh. How did I miss that? Yes, of course. Isn't it her debut, so doesn't that mean it's her birthday? I'll try this. I'll try today's date as a combination.
Excellent. Okay. You tried today's date as a combination, and it works. The safe is opened, and inside you see a number of documents that are very, very clearly differentiated from the others. They are in locked, bound books. They are relatively thin, and they are clearly not intended to be taken out of here, as you see a small writing set in here as well.
Are they all looking important?
They do all look important, yes.
Well, I would like to take all of them then.
Excellent. You take all of them, and then I assume you scurry away.
Then I would like to scurry away, yes.
Excellent.
This is going
Roll me a stealth
well.
check. Getting out is going to be easier than getting in.
Stealth check. Dex? Or what did we do earlier?
Dex insight, because this is your
Dex
physical
insight,
ability and your mental ability.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or you could just spend
what's...
a Fabula point to disappear from the scene.
No, we're waiting for something.
Okay. With a 16, you are rapidly able to simply get out of here. No longer needing to find your way through this building, you are simply able to take a window out and clamber somewhere where you can either choose to wait until you can escape in the dead of night, or simply leave as best you can. Flank managed to get in there and steal everything. Impressive. Peleus, Silex, Gawain.
So, I think that conversation went well.
What on earth did you say to him?
I
thought we were supposed to be not getting on Stavros' bad side.
To begin with, I realized there was 0 chance of me actually sorting things out. So I kind of wanted to know if he knew about us already in relation to his, Explosion Island. Call it Krakatoa.
All right, Krakatoa. Nice. Definitely no reference to anything.
Definitely not. Yeah. Because the people there that survived would have no doubt told them about us. But does he actually know about us? Because there's a chance that he might not have been told about us. Does he believe the information? I wanted to get some information. Like, if he thought we were responsible for this, he would have wanted to talk to me. But something else apparently is going on. I didn't let him know that we know who he was. But yeah, he started being an asshat, so I started being an asshat. And then I just essentially blamed him for the whole Silex dancing incident, saying it would never have happened if he'd shown up to his own daughter's birthday. Something along those lines.
Wait, was I not supposed to dance with her?
No, that was akin to publicly performing a marriage ceremony with first dance with a girl on her debut. I offered you to dance, but you weren't actually supposed to say yes to the dance. That's why the prince slapped you around the face to save your life.
Okay.
Because now you won't attend a duel, which means you'll lose by default, saving your life.
Peleus, you would know that duels traditionally in high society are not to the death. They are merely until one person gives up. Which it's predominantly used in high society as a way to save face when one person has wronged another.
Yeah, but I also know how nobles are against commoners. And we probably won't be here in 2 days' time anyway.
I don't know, avoiding a duel with a prince might be equally disrespectful.
Wait, you don't want me to fight him? I feel like I would have, if he just asked.
Okay, you can fight him, but you can't win.
Okay.
Kind of looks bad. On Telgar, there might be repercussions on your hometown.
I would like to make a narrative declaration.
Okay, make the narrative declaration.
A messenger arrives.
Okay.
And gives Gawain a small package.
Okay. Do you know what's in that package, or am I meant to guess?
No, he can open it and I will reveal what's in the package.
Okay, excellent, nice. Okay, Gawain, you are told that there is a messenger for you who will rapidly attend upon you, unsure what they are meant to be delivering, and they will hand you a small package.
You find a bit of catmint inside.
Oh, nice. I'm getting connection error. I don't think I can hear Jamin right now.
Oh.
Is Jammin talking?
Yes.
Jammin is... Yeah.
Excellent.
And we can hear him.
I cannot hear Jammin.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
I bet Twitch's servers died in the UK or something.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
I can now hear you, Jammin. The stream can now hear you as well. All right, nice.
God,
Weird.
I've been trying to talk, and I'm like,
I haven't heard a damn thing you said for a while.
And I'm like, shut up!
What? What? Really?
Yes.
Oh no, I haven't heard a damn thing for a while.
I've been trying to explain this to Silex.
Oh no, that's.
I've been trying to give you the real adult explanation for what just happened.
Okay, well that explains why it's
I
been
kept
an issue.
hearing and I'm like, wow, Peleus just is uninterested in what you have to say.
Okay.
That's really weird.
I didn't hear a thing. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. It's so weird that anyway, doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Okay. Let's wind back slightly then. Just before you get the package, you say to Silex,
yeah, you didn't know. I would never have done that. I didn't know that was going to happen to you. Anyway, the point is, the prince understood that you didn't know. No harm had really been done, and that Lord Stavros is an asshole. So instead of letting Lord Stavros determine your punishment, he challenged you to a duel. Because if he deems the matter settled, who's Lord Stavros to say otherwise?
Okay.
So the prince saved your life.
Well, I guess I'll have to thank him after we have a bout then.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all good. I would recommend you take a dive at some point. But, maybe try to have fun. Keep it sporting.
I give him the biggest smile he's seen from me in probably a long time. Oh, I intend to have fun.
The prince is known to be quite competent as well.
The prince is a trained combatant, okay? Like, it's not like... I don't think he's going to be a piñata. I'm just saying you want him to like you at the end of this.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is for you and him to both have fun.
Yeah. Hey, I may not know all of the trappings of the high society of Telgard, but I'm familiar with duels.
Yeah, this is a good spot for you. I'm just saying you need to lose at the end. It's kind of like a play.
I'm actually concerned about Lady Seraphine. The fact that she would have done something like that seems more like a cry for help.
Okay, I think you're onto something, Peleus, but I also think that right now we have to...
Priorities.
Yeah. Like,
perhaps sending a message to her secretly after we've left, asking if she requires some assistance.
Speaking of which, Peleus, you feel that you've probably stayed at this debut long enough that you can leave without being a social faux pas.
Yeah.
Especially since you did just piss off the host.
I did, and I did it very, very publicly.
Yes.
I did it exceptionally publicly.
I'm going to go, as they leave, I would like to find, ladies in waiting for, Lady Seraphine. Are any of them still in attendance after her departure? Or do they all go with her?
They're pretty much all around her.
All right.
I'll go out the front with Silex so that all attention is drawn towards it so that Garwin can kind of maneuver surreptitiously.
Yeah. I'm just going to pull one of them to the side, whichever one seems like, it's actually appropriate or whatever. And relay our group apologies, or apologies on behalf of Silex. Knew it would be a faux pas for us to offer this, for him to offer his apologies in person. Do all that. And then I'm gonna take out the business card, but then I'm gonna on the and I realize I know it's tacky, and then right on the back, where our where we're currently docked, and be if you require anything of us before, I guess, the duel, this is where you can find us.
The lady in waiting says that she will relay your message.
Thank you. Be super gracious. Fucking bounce.
Okay.
I'm gonna loiter though and wait for Flink.
Okay. I mean, you get the package. I almost skipped over that.
The
right?
package might have meant for us to leave. I don't really know.
I did
Just a
kind
box
of
of
intrude
Catman.
on that. You've acquired a box. I would say you probably understand that to mean mission complete.
Okay.
There's nobody else in the world that would hand you Catmint like that.
I mean, I get
hope
that.
not.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think the guy
Flink
who
is
gave
weird,
this to me
that's
was
it.
Flink, and it's
Yeah.
Flink saying that he's done. He's out.
Right.
So we're out.
Okay. You retire to Lady Lunette's place, and I imagine reconvene with Flink. And I think that that's a perfectly good place to end session.
Oh, no. No, not like this. Ah.
What's wrong with ending session there?
This might be the worst ever.
Why?
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's good. If I'm complaining, that's a good sign, right? It's a good cliffhanger.
That's
Oh,
because you want more session.
did you?
Yes.
Good.
No, no, it's good. It's a good time.
It's good.
Yes.
It's good. Did you guys have fun? I'm aware that we did a very different style of sessions from what we normally did.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
I thought it was good.
I'm genuinely surprised it didn't end in a fight. I was ready.
Yeah.
I was mentally prepared in a fight breaking out.
I'm gonna be real with you. My expectation was that Peleus was going to call Seraphine names for shaking hands with people, and then Damon was gonna have to beat Peleus down.
Publicly shame him.
So Damon was supposed to duel Peleus, but instead he's dueling Silex.
I wouldn't say it's supposed to, but that was
Yeah.
It was a possibility he'd prepared for.
yeah, I was like, this could happen. That would be the response, right?
I read way too many sort of Victorian fantasy romance mangas to know everything about bloody debuts and stuff, and how scandalous that was. I was
Good.
like, yeah, I'm
Nice.
loving this. I know it's my weird niche, but I'm loving it.
Good knowledge here.
If I'd known this would happen going in, I'd do it again.
I mean, that's I think speaks to good entertainment value. I'm glad you guys seem to have had fun. So you didn't spend many Fabula points, but I still kind of feel like you deserve a decent amount of XP. So we're gonna just give you arbitrarily let's say
9.
No, not 9.
Just arbitrarily, no reason. for the 9.
Arbitrarily, let's say 7 experience.
Ooh.
It's quite a nice amount of
Gracious,
experience, but also
So we can all do.
Yeah. So you should
No,
be at level
every point
15-8. I'm excited for where this goes next session because hey, you get to deal with the prince.
Yeah.
You get to deal with the ramifications of what Lord Stavros does to Peleus, which, oh boy,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Hey, it's not the first
you
assassin.
pissed that guy off good.
Silex is very excited to fight the prince.
Yeah, I'm thinking between destroying his island and publicly humiliating him, which
doesn't
is worst
know.
on the pyramid.
He doesn't know that yet.
He could easily find out.
I
Which would be
mean,
even funnier.
I don't think anyone from the island told them either. From the zoomed out perspective here, what was it, Merrick, the hooded guy?
Yeah.
He probably went to check up on the island and it's like, oh, there's no more island.
That'd definitely be funny, me accidentally informing Lord Stavros that I was the person that destroyed his island. I
Yeah,
will
don't
try
do
not
that.
to
Please don't do that. Of all the things you can do, please
Yeah, you just
don't use that
grossly
option.
insulted his daughter instead, which I think is far more impressive.
I did not insult his daughter. I insulted his abilities to be there for his daughter as a father.
Well, yeah, but he's going to see that as an insult on his daughter, because he's I mean, I guess maybe he's kind of a dick, but you guys haven't met much of him when you weren't being hostile assholes to him, so
This is true.
you kind of came in hot, right?
I came in hot with an apology. He was hot with a different mood, and I was trying to keep him distracted. I didn't get to where I was getting in the conversation, and I just started to fail miserably, and some reason that failure led me into
insulting him.
Yeah. When in doubt,
insult it out. Yeah, when in doubt, condemn. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be rating out to DN Cabs. We love DN Cabs. Please be polite there. Cabs is a family-friendly channel, so no cussing and swearing. Fuck it, I'm dead. I'm leaving. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.